Hello, class. Hello, chat. Sorry, I'm trying to log into something real quick. Okay. Hello, chat. Hello. Welcome back to the stream. Hello. I was gonna give... I was gonna give you guys a haul of everything that I got from KCON. Hi. Hello. Okay, you guys want to see what I got? Okay. I'll show you. One sec. Ready? Okay. I'll show you. Okay, first bag. So basically a bunch of like free stuff, basically. So face mask, of course. I think it comes with how many? 5? So 5 skin masks. Okay. Then a wash-off mask. Full-size bottle skin clean mask. Another mask. Lots of masks. This one I did buy, so this one was not a sample, but I just wanted to buy something at this shop. It was only $10, so I was like, I'm gonna get it. So I got it. Face masks. Okay. This PDRN. I got this for free. This is free. PDRN. Cream. Barrier cream. Something. I think it's just cream. How much did it cost? To go to KCON LA or for what? For all of this? I didn't... mainly everything here that I just showed you is all samples, except this one I paid $10. The bag? Free. More samples? I don't know what these are. Hold on, I'm gonna use my other screen so it looks a little brighter. Okay, there we go. Free samples. I think it's toner, serum, cream, and yeah. Okay, there's that. What else? A face mask. Another face mask. Okay. This ampule. Okay. Soothing serum. More samples. Just like tiny little packets of whatever the hell it is. And then these are ampules. They're in a weird packaging, but yeah. Yeah, it's a penguin face mask. Okay, and then more face mask. I'm gonna be stocked up on face masks for years. Just kidding, I don't know. I'm just kidding. More free samples. These are like the really tiny cheap ones. I don't like these ones, but we have this little card. Okay. And then I got these like seat cushions. I think they're seat cushions. Who's gonna put their ads on this though? Like, I think it's seat cushion though. I don't know. Whatever. So that's the first bag of stuff. That was my first day. I didn't really grab a lot of stuff the first day because I was auditioning. Hey. Okay, shout out to this brand because they gave me an entire bag of full-size items because they found out that I was an influencer and they wanted to give me a full-size bag, which was really smart and kind of them because I'm definitely going to want to post them. The brand is called Dear Dot. So they gave me full-size products. This is, let's see, strengthening and moisturizing inner barrier cream. And it's vegan. It smells so good. All of their products are made with like tangerine too, so that's like really cool. There's a water essence. Ooh, like this is huge. These are like full size. This because I think they found out that I'm an influencer, so they did give me a pack of the face masks. This one they give to everybody, but so I got an extra face masks. Okay, influencer. And then we get the essence. Soothing and balancing essence. Oh, can't wait to try it, guys. We'll have to do a video of this brand because they're so kind to give me full-size products. Then they gave me some, you know, this is like what it's all about, basically. It smells like orange. Everything smells like orange. I love it. Okay, next. Oil. Dangy Uja Lemire oil for glow and rejuvenation. Okay, so like an oil. And it's vegan. And then a serum. Nice. So we got a whole lot of products from this company because they were so kind to give me full-size products. Very nice, right? Ugh, how kind of them, right, guys? Like, that was so sweet. I did not expect that at all. They found out I was a creator, and they gave me the free stuff ASAP. No, Rocky. Anyway, so I appreciate that. Appreciate that. Nice company. Okay, now this is what I got from the Olive Young Festa, and I didn't even visit every single booth. Okay, so this bag is only partially full because I didn't get to visit everything. I should have, though. I honestly should have. I know, but like so much stuff to try, right, guys? Okay, now we got more stuff. Okay, chips. This came with the Olive Young Festa bag. I think they're just bagel chips, garlic and butter flavor. Should we try them? Actually, I kind of want to save all this stuff. I don't want to open anything until I do an actual unboxing for TikTok. Yeah, I'm do another unboxing on TikTok. We got another full-size product. This is the Real Effect Pore Tightening Cream from Pong Dang. This is like full size. Like, this is nice. Okay. And then I got this Oat and Calming Gel Cream from Burrito. They have a lot of full-size products, guys. Like, if only I stood in line for other stuff. But the thing is, I tried standing in other lines, but they ended up, like, closing certain queues because of how, like, busy it was. Okay. So next, I got... This is like a paper. I don't know. Okay. Paper. Irrelevant. I got a fan. This is my free fan. Yes. Free fan. Of course! To keep me nice and cool for the summer. Then we got a face mask. Another face mask. Well, it's a never ending of face masks. Okay. Some toner pads. They're very tiny toner pads, but hey. 2 of them. Okay. Even more! Even more face masks! Let's see what else I got. Okay, yeah. A lot. And then we got this, 1-day Vita skincare kits. These are like air fresheners, so I just got like a big whiff of like all of them. These are like air fresheners. They're very strong, very potent, but they smell good. I got the good smelling ones.
Hello.
Hello. Thank you for the hi bear. Then we got 1-day Vita C skincare kit. So I'm pretty happy. Like, I got a lot of stuff. But honestly, like, carrying all that stuff around, it gets tiring. So then another Burrito sample set. So it comes with a cream cleanser, bamboo cream moisturizer, and I think this is a toner, but I'm not sure. Okay. What else? Another paper. Okay. Another full-size item from Manny Yo. This is a, let's see, this is a dark spot serum patch. Ooh. And more sample. It's from the Vita C. I like that product. Vita C is really good. Okay. So a lot of products. A lot of products. These are dark spot serum. Another dark spot. I think this is cleanser, and then this is like a toner, I think. Cleansing oil, my bad. These are like perfect for like if I want to go traveling, right? I can use this for, oh, this is a serum. This is a serum. This is a cleansing oil. And then these are dark spot serum. Okay. So these are perfect for like traveling or whatever. And they gave out these signs for like this. I think it's his birthday. I'm very tired though. I had a long day. Okay. Ba-da-ba-da-bum. Another full-size product from Manyo. Yes. Pure Bean cleansing oil. So I'll have to try their cleansing oil. I love when they give the full-size product, bro. Because I'm about to eat that shit up. Mm-hmm. Okay. Then we got serum. Sample size. And then a cleansing foam from Manio. Same brand. They gave us the full size. So they were not... Manio was not being stingy. They gave away a lot of products. Okay, and then I visited this hair... this hair, place. And they gave me this... It's heat protection as well as volume spray. So it smells really good. It smells like baby powder. I love the smell of like... It smells like a clean baby powder. So yeah. I think I got my money's worth. I don't know. I'm gonna calculate. I should calculate the weight. I need to figure out how much this cost. Let me ask Google. I got a lot of stuff. Ooh, this one costs $26.99. Ooh-wee! So, and it smells really good. Vanilla pistachio. It smells really good. And I put it in my hair today. It smells good. Okay. Then another face mask. I should calculate the total value. How much does this cost? Okay, so this one, $4.99. Okay, not bad. Hey, that's already like a portion. Okay, another full-size product. We got this one from MediHeal. This is a blemish repair serum. Let's try to find out how much this costs too. MediHeal products sometimes cost a lot. I know I should calculate the full total value. Right? A full size. That one's full size. Okay, I looked it and it's like $20 from Target. So if you get it from Target, it's $20. Damn! $20. So that means I made profits! Thank you, Perdon, for the flower gifts. Thank you. More products from Perito. These are Senatella serum and another Senatella serum. So 2 of them. Let's see how much this costs. Let's see, Google. Don't do me wrong, Google. See? These are full-size products. Okay, so the $23. So right, so if you got 2 of them, 23, 46, $46. Yeah, crazy. Okay. You know what? I should have made a video that's like the poster they gave us. Okay. Then the Panthenol cream. Well, I'm glad I profited. You know, I should have made a video that was like I should have made a video that was like, let's try to profit at KCON. How much does this cost? Okay, this one cost, I think $16. 15 mil. Still a lot of money. Right, chat? Okay, my food is here, guys. More sample. Okay, and then last but not least, let's see if we have anything else. Oh, pimple patches. I almost forgot. These are just some pimple patches from Troublous. Invisible spot patch. So let's look up how much this costs too. Oh, shoot. I think I profited though. Like, I'm pretty sure I profited. But honestly, I wish I went to more of like the Olive Young, like, product places, because like, okay, so this one could be anywhere between $8 to $15. So that's a lot. Oh, so tired, man. Oh my god, that reminds me. I need to log into my... I was trying to log into my school portal because I need to see what time I have school tomorrow. Let me see. Wait, no, I don't have school. Wait, what's tomorrow, guys? Monday? Okay, wait. I don't have school tomorrow, but... Oh, wait, I do have school tomorrow. Wait. No, I don't. Oh, no, I don't. Okay. Actually, I have school on Wednesday. I lied. And then my other class... Okay, the one that is on Mondays, that one starts later on. So I actually have class on Wednesday. Let me see. Oh. Okay. But thankfully I don't have school tomorrow, so we can game tonight for a little bit. I'm just hungry and tired. Had a long day. But I got my food finally, guys. So yeah, I think we did profit from KCON LA, but I'm not gonna lie, with the amount I had to pay in parking and stuff, I feel like even though maybe we would have profited with this stuff, it's still parking is like $40 each night, each day. And then on top of that, the time commitment is kind of crazy. I don't know if I'll go again. If I ever do go again, I'm gonna get like express pass. And then I'm just gonna go. I want to go with like a friend or someone I could talk to. Because I went alone this time since I was auditioning. But next time I'll go with like friends and stuff. I did run into one of my friends there. It was pretty cool. He was giving me advice on how to do well for auditions and stuff. Yep, pretty much. But it's like really, it's not worth it. Like sometimes waiting in the lines, it makes me realize like you might as well just buy it at that point. Like wasting all that time, you might as well just buy it, you know? That's how I think. Okay, I'm gonna get my food. Okay. Thank you for the floating heart. Thank you. Fries this time, guys. Oh my god, I'm so happy. The fries. I always love getting these fries. I almost dropped one. I'm like, I don't know why I've been craving fries. Oh. Okay. Yeah, this is live. Okay, so that's what I got from Olive Young, guys. Not gonna lie. My head is starting to hurt, so I'm gonna take one Excedrin so that way I don't get too... So that way I don't go to bed, like, with my head hurting. I'm just gonna take one. And then we're gonna play some Silent Hill. And yap. Okay. Oh. Enjoy your food. Yeah, I got some fries and okay, so I start school on Wednesday. I thought for some reason I started school like tomorrow, but I'm gonna visit my school tomorrow because I want to know how I'm gonna get paid because they're supposed to pay me. Okay, I'm gonna use water. I'm not gonna use ibuprofen. Ibuprofen doesn't target the same like pain receptors that Excedrin does. Yeah. I work for who? No, my school's just supposed to pay me because I have a grant, that's why. Mm. Anyway, sorry for my dramatic breakdown earlier. Yeah, Excedrin is for people with migraines. Yeah, I get pain in my brain. Grant for school. Yep. I like the game so far. Yeah. Okay. Okay, so I need to find something else or there's like a hair on my nose, bruh. Sorry. I can't like I think I got cat fur on my face. Oh. Yeah. I think I got cat fur on my face. That's why I keep rubbing my nose. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I've just been craving like fries. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. That's why I was lost last time. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. Yeah, the game has really good visuals, huh? I was craving icy today. I just wanted to have some Sonic. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm completing the games with good skills. I'm not even playing hard mode. What? I think we have to go forward. And then to the right. I need a key. Where am I gonna find a key? Where's the keypad? What the heck? Where? Where's the keypad? Oh. Wait. I think it's over here. Oh. Did I see the Illa performance? I didn't get a ticket to watch the shows. I'm just not like a concert watcher. Unless I'm like with friends. I don't know. Also, I just didn't have the money to do extra stuff. Because if you do the festival grounds and you do the concert, it's like extra money. And I was already paying a lot to be there, so I was like, I'm just gonna go to the festival because that was, yeah, no. I did see videos of it though. It looked really fun. I wanted to try to do the dream stage, but I've never like I was trying to, but I didn't post my video in time, and it just takes like, it's such a short amount of time. I don't know, so I just like that creeper has a really big head. Thank you for the heart me. That was funny. Welcome back, guys. Welcome back. Are we beating? Come on, guys. Are we beating this guy? Oh my god, we are. What? I lost? What do you mean I lost? Well, I think we're I think we're winning today. I have to collect 20 heartbeats. Okay. And I have to collect 80 Go Popular. Okay. Oh, I already have it on. Okay. Thank you, Ano. Ano, thank you for the heart me. Thank you, Santa, for the heart me. Let's go, W heart me's. Thank you. I don't know what the code is, guys. I think I have to check my stuff. It was nice to get away for a little bit and like be around people, kind of like just talk. It was nice. You want the code? I'm gonna try to find it. Oh, it's at the bar? Are you serious? It's at the bar. Nellie's bar? Wait. A mod founder. What is a mod founder? What is a mod founder? Wait, I'm confused. Send the thing to the Go Popular mode. I had a mental breakdown today, guys, because I auditioned, right? And so basically, if you pass the first audition, you get brought into a second room to audition again, but it's a more secret audition, right? Oh, you mod for a lot of streamers. Okay, that's cool. So, we auditioned, right? I'm gonna talk about this once and I'm not gonna talk about it again because I just kind of want to move on, right? Let's just treat it like the stream or university thing, okay? Just forget about it. So I auditioned. I passed the first audition, right? And so the second audition, we did it in this like more private area. They could tell that I was nervous, and they could also tell that I was not, I didn't know the dance compared to, like I didn't know it long enough, right? And so... yeah, unfortunately, they were like, oh, you need more practice and stuff, and I was like, okay, bet. Appreciate the advice. Because it's true. I mean, I get it, though. It is true. I do need more practice. I've only been training for a year. Kind of makes sense. Right? Right. So, we've been rejected. But the craziest thing was, I was about to leave, right? I was about to leave the more private audition. As I'm walking out of the audition, because they were like, well, it's a no pass today. Okay. Okay, bet. So I left. I dip-skied, because I was like, I'm not going to waste any time. Let's leave now. Like, they obviously don't want me. That's cool. I'm going to move on and just keep practicing. It's their loss at the end of the day, right? That's how I feel. I mean, obviously, I do think I need a lot of practice. Not saying that, like, it's their loss as in, like, oh, I'm this amazing, blah, blah, blah. No, like, I know that I have a lot of work to do. In terms of, like, training and getting better as a dancer, right? And as a performer in general. But I say it's their loss because I have a lot of potential. And as I was leaving... they stopped me and they were like, do you want to come to the auditions tomorrow and audition again? And they said they can't guarantee anything, but you should try to audition again tomorrow. And really try to show what you are talented at. And so I was like, okay. So, but they were like, oh, you have to come at 4 p.m. So I go to KCON LA, and what's the most dumb thing about KCON LA is you can't, like, when you have a ticket, you can't get your wristband. You have to stand in line to get your wristband, right? Why not let people get their wristbands ahead of time so that way they don't have to wait in this long line? Whatever. So there's a line. The first day that I went, I arrived at 9 a.m. 9 a.m. So I waited 2 hours to get into the convention the day before. And that's why I feel like my first audition wasn't great, because I was literally there the entire day. I was there from 9 a.m. Mind you, I didn't get good sleep, so I woke up like 6 a.m. and I was only on like 3 hours of sleep. Because I just couldn't sleep. I don't know what it was. So the first day I went on barely any sleep. And then the audition... finally, I made it into the convention at like 12 p.m. after waiting almost 2 to 3 hours to get into the KCON LA and get my wristband. Yeah. Because I arrived at 9 a.m. an hour before the convention was gonna start. Right? Don't do that, right? So... And I've been up since 6 a.m. at this point, right? And I had 3 hours of sleep. So I finally got in 12 p.m. I stood in line for the Girls Planet audition. I auditioned. There's music blaring in the background. You get this tiny little space to dance. So I'm like a millimeter away from the judge while I'm trying to bust a move, right? I can barely bust a move. You can't even hear the music. They just passed me, right? Because they were like, okay, yep. Seen enough. She's good. So they passed me the first audition I passed. And then, and then they were like, you should probably go to the next audition really fast. I was like, okay. But I have to get out of the convention. And it's, you know, a whole different building, right? And then you go up a couple of stairs. Not stairs. Elevator. Sorry, elevator. At this point, I'm at the audition around like 1 p.m. But then we have to wait an hour for everything to go down. So then my audition doesn't take place until 3 p.m. I do my thing. I do my audition. I leave. Because, well, I was gonna leave, right? But then they stopped me. They said you should try again tomorrow. We can't guarantee anything. But we kind of want to see you perform again. It's like, okay. So in my mind, I was like, oh, they're giving me a second chance at life. Whatever. I was like, okay. And they said, can you come tomorrow around 4:30? I was like, okay. At this point, I'm so drained. I'm so tired. I don't even want to visit the rest of the convention. But I do anyways because I was like, well, I spent money to be here. I need to at least get some free samples. So I got some free samples. And then I went home. And that's when I slept. And I couldn't stream last night. That's why I couldn't stream last night. Because I was so booked and busy. Anyway. So then I tried to... So I was so tired at this point. I finally got home around 4:30. I ordered Chipotle. I ate my Chipotle. I was so hungry too. Mind you, I didn't even eat the entire day. I only had 2 boiled eggs. 2 boiled eggs this entire time. I was on 2 boiled eggs, 3 hours of sleep, and some water that they gave us at the audition. That was it. That was it. I was extremely dehydrated from waiting in line in the sun outside standing the entire time for 2 hours before. So I feel like my audition was low-key kind of chalked because I ended up taking the audition around 2 p.m. while I was already drained from waiting outside to even get into the convention to begin with. And in order to audition, you need to go into the convention itself. They shouldn't even had the tryouts in the convention because why do I have to pay money in order to audition? What? Like, that's stupid. Because then if we don't get in, and then there's girls that came from Canada too. It's unfair. Anyway, whatever. Whatever, it's just unfair, right? Like, they should have made it a separate thing because that just doesn't make sense. But that's how, like, you know, like, some of these... Whatever. They are serious about finding girls, right? They are serious about it. But they don't care how much money you spent on it. They don't care if it took an arm and a leg to get there. Whatever. They don't care. Because at the end of the day, like, you were at the hands of them. Whatever. You're at the... beggars can't be choosers, right? So... Anyway. So I was just irritated with the whole thing in general because I was just like... Why do we have to arrive 2 hours before the convention in order to actually get in? Saturday is probably the busiest day too, so it was just horrible. I should have gone on Friday. You should give yourself more credit. Your perseverance is inspiring. Thank you. I appreciate that. And while perseverance is great, I know that, like... So, okay, let me tell the rest of the story. Ready? So, I'm so tired as I get home. I eat Chipotle, and I'm like, guys, I cannot do a stream tonight. I have such a bad migraine. Because I waited 2 hours in line to even get into the convention to begin with. So, I already knew my audition was kind of cooked. Especially because, like, I only had 3 hours of sleep. And then the convention time, I didn't arrive on time, and it was just horrible because I was literally, I had to force myself to sleep in order to fix my sleep schedule. So I took NyQuil to force myself to sleep. And then the next day rolls around, right? And they're like, okay, you can come back around 4 p.m. So I was like, okay, what should I do? Should I get there around 2 p.m.? Should I get there around 3 p.m.? Because I realized, like, when I did leave, it was like 3 p.m., 4 p.m. That's when my audition was over. And then I got rejected, but then I didn't get rejected because they were like, oh, we want to see you again tomorrow. So it's like, oh, this is my second chance. I thought for a second that I had, like, made it because, oh, they're asking for me again. This must mean something, that they see potential in me or something, right? Wrong. So, mind you, they're like, okay, come back tomorrow at 4:30 or 4 o'clock. It's like, okay, I'll come back at 4 o'clock. Actually, 4:20. Actually, 4:30. So I was like, okay, what's going on? I don't know what's going on. It's very disorganized, you know, because they were also having a random play dance right near the Girls Planet, like, booth. So they're playing blaring music where you can't hear anything. So then the convention is about to close, right? Because it closes at 5:30. Oh, crazy, right? Okay. But anyway, let me go over the nighttime. So I got home 4:30, ate Chipotle. I went to sleep 5 p.m. I slept until 10:30 p.m. I woke up at 10:30 p.m. But I was like, oh, I can't be awake right now. I need to go back to sleep. And then I woke up with a blaring migraine. Like, it was horrible migraine. So the only thing I could think of was either I sleep now or I don't go to the convention until 3 p.m. Which I wasn't about to do because I wanted to make sure I got there on time. And I still wanted to get some free samples before heading to the audition in case I didn't make it, right? And so guess what I did? I took another dose of NyQuil. You're probably thinking, Jess, this is so unhealthy. Yes, it is unhealthy, but don't worry. I made sure to look up to see if it's safe that I took it. Yes, it's safe as long as I don't rely on it, and I'm not going to take it tonight because I'm already so emotionally and physically exhausted from even going to the convention itself. So I don't think I'll need NyQuil tonight. But I did need it last night because I woke up at 10:30 p.m. Mind you, I have to go to the convention around like 7 to 8 p.m. Or 7 to 8 a.m. So I take NyQuil again. I knock out around 11 p.m. I wake up at 5:30. So then I get dressed at 5:30. I took a shower because I was wetting my hair. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna shower, I'm gonna dry my hair, I'm gonna straighten my hair. I thought I looked so cute. I'd wear a fancy shirt, not the one I'm wearing right now, but it was like a nice shirt and just plain jeans with a nice shirt. That's it. Just a little touch, right? Thank you for the GG's gift, Edgar. So then I wake up 5:30. I go to the convention after I'm done getting ready. I head there, I get some food beforehand, and I get in line. Thankfully, I got to the convention at 8 a.m. Praise the Lord, great heavens. Praise the Lord, great heavens, I arrived at 8 a.m. on the dot. Right? 8 a.m. on the dot, I get there. There's not a line for GA, so I was like one of the first groups of people to get there. And, yeah. And then from that point on, so I went straight to... Did I go to see BTS? No, not yet. I want to, but their tickets are insane. Price-wise. Everything K-pop related is all money. Like, that's one thing I realized. Like, oh, GA is horrible unless you arrive literally at 8 a.m. But thankfully I had a matcha. My migraine was slightly going away, but I didn't want to take an Excedrin yet because I didn't want to, like, have too much medication in my system because NyQuil has acetaminophen, so I had to wait until my NyQuil wore off. And for it to be safe for me to take an Excedrin, especially Excedrin is a lot stronger than NyQuil, so yeah. So I get there at 8 a.m. and I vlogged this, guys, because this time around I slept at this point 10 plus hours because Because I slept at 5 p.m. Then I slept again at 11 p.m. Right? So, because I woke up at 10:30. 10:30, I'd take NyQuil. So I slept like 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I slept like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think more than 10 hours, basically, at this point, because I needed it. Like, the day before was exhausting, and it was just a lot, right? And so anyway, I'm in line, and then I finally get to go in, and they herd us into the KCON, like, open lobby area like cattle. They basically like treated us like cattle. Like we were in lines that we had to stand in. And then basically they were gonna let us go one at a time, crowd control type stuff. Because if they let people just go loose, it's gonna result in people getting hurt, whatever. Stampede, right? Stampede. Think of like Stampede, because everyone wants the full-size bottles for the Olive Young products and all that. So it was like a whole stampede. Anyway, so that's kind of like how, and then we were like basically with some of the first people to get there, so that's why we were able to be in these lines, and then they were gonna let us go one by one each line, and it was like a very long line of people. So then finally it came our turn to go, so we went, and then I went straight to the Young Festa because I knew the lines were about to get crazy, and I just got a whole bunch of free samples, and that's where I got the free samples from. And then I waited even longer. I did some K-pop random dances. I had a lot of fun with that. That was really fun. And then, yeah. And then I bought some food. I bought kimbap. That's what I bought. Kimbap. Kimbap is really yummy. I learned how to make kimbap in Korea. It was pretty fun. Anyway, so then I'm waiting, and then 4:30 comes around. Nothing's happening. We're still waiting. We wait another hour. We wait until 5:30 because they were doing another K-pop random dance. At this point, I wish I was at the K-pop random dance because they were playing a lot of songs that I knew. But basically, we couldn't audition until the K-pop random dance was over. But guess what? The convention closes at 5:30. We still auditioned because we were allowed to still be there because they still had to do auditions and all that. And then I ended up not passing. And so I was just like, okay, why make me wait until 4 p.m.? No, not 4 p.m. 5:30. I was so angry. I was so angry. I mean, I'm appreciative of the opportunity of like being able to even audition and like have that experience of performing in front of judges and in an audience. It is an opportunity within itself, right? But it's just frustrating because it's like they were playing with my heartstrings. And honestly, I just feel like they kind of wasted my time. Like I could have been in the Olive Young Festa getting a lot more products, but no, I just kind of like was just wasting my time. Like it just felt like I just kind of wasted my time, and like I just wish they didn't. I wish they just would have rejected me, and I would have just left into the elevator because I was waiting in line, right? And I was able to talk to some of the other girls that were trying out. They were talking about how they got a whole ass email saying that they were accepted already. Guess who didn't get an email? No, these are prescription glasses. Guess who didn't get an email? It's like, why am I here? I was just like, why am I here? Like, this just is wasting my time. And it was the same judge. They were saying it was gonna be new judges, all that. No, it was the same judge. The guy who was telling me I need more practice. He's not wrong. I do need more practice, but like, I don't know why put me in this position to wait until 5:30 when I could just be at home resting. And then at that point, I was so tired because they were also like, in order for me to get food, I had to wait in line for minimum 1 hour, right? And then I was already like walking around a lot throughout the convention, and I was practicing my dance, all that. So I was kind of just at a point where I was just so exhausted. And mind you, I've been up since 5:30 in the morning. 5:30 in the morning. And so I was getting hungry. I was hungry around like 3 p.m. because my last meal was at like 8 a.m. That's when I had my eggs and my cheese Danish and my matcha. So I was hungry. I was so hungry. So I waited an hour standing in line for kimbap, and it was really good. It gave me a lot of energy. They're slightly crooked because they're broken. I don't have a lot of pairs of glasses. Anyway, so yeah, we got rejected. Honestly, I honestly don't really care what they think about me. I accept me, and I know that I have a lot of potential. They don't have to agree with that. It was really nice experience though. Like, I mean, I think that being able to audition multiple times really helps you to like become brave and not be afraid of like, you know, not have performance anxiety. I mean, I still had performance anxiety, but yeah. I just wish that they didn't bring me in for a second try, because it's just wasting my time at that point. Like, I could have just been enjoying the festival, which I did enjoy it majority of the day. But I feel like I'm just glad. I guess I'm glad that it happened towards the end. I know, like, getting my hopes up. Yeah, exactly. So I was just like, I mean, I kind of already had a feeling I wasn't gonna make it because they already said no to me already once. So I'm like, okay, what am I gonna do now that's gonna change their mind? They probably are already convinced that I'm not, you know, somebody for them, you know, which is fine. At the end of the day, I think that it's their loss, and if they don't see, like, my potential and whatnot, then it's their loss. I'll just find some group that will appreciate me, you know? And we'll see my potential. But yeah. And honestly, I think my age is too young. Or too old, sorry. Too old. Because a lot of these, like, idol entertainment spaces are looking for literal, like, borderline minors. So I'm, you know, you can have it. You're good. You're chilling. And at the end of the day, like, these labels and stuff, they don't define you as a performer, and you can still, you know, work on yourself and whatnot, regardless. Oh my god. Regardless of whatever people say or what they don't like. I mean, and this wasn't even like a bad audition, I would say. Like, I actually prepared for it like a lot, and I trained a lot for it, and I felt like, for me, I felt like I did really good. I don't know. At least I think I did good. And at least from my experience, like, I've only been training for a year. Like, it's a lot. That's really, I did good for the fact that I'm not even somebody who has been doing it for plural years. Like, I've only been actually training for about a year, and that's it. You feel me? So at the end of the day, if I'm able to teach myself also, like, how to do stuff and kind of teach myself how to dance and all that, like, that shows a lot for, you know? So I feel like, and the fact that they brought me back probably meant that they liked me. And I can tell, like, other people like me too. Like, when I go out, like, people are excited to get to know me and they're curious about me. So it's like, it's not that I can't be somebody. I think that it's just I'm not a cookie cutter version of what they probably want me to be, which is also probably a good thing at the end of the day. I feel like I'm just not the kind of person to, I'm very opinionated, so I would say it'd be really hard for me to be a PR trained, to be honest. But hey, maybe things happen for a reason. Maybe I'm meant to just be which is okay, but I think I've been wanting to pursue entertainment for a long time, aside from just streaming all the time. I mean, I guess, streaming in a way is entertainment, but I do really want to do other things besides it, because it's just, I want to be like somebody who I feel like is taken seriously, and I feel like sometimes being a streamer, like a lot of people don't take you seriously. Because it's not really considered like a prestige or whatever. I don't know, does that make sense? Like, it's not really considered a job, and so I feel like that's why, like, I would love to do other things like acting or singing or dancing or things like that. And I think where I've struggled is I just don't have enough experience. That's where I've struggled the most, and so I think that's why I've been rejected, because I just don't have as much experience as other trainees, or I'm just not what they're looking for at the end of the day. Yeah. I just want to have something that I'll feel like proud of outside of streaming, because I feel like when streaming is like your entire identity, it can be quite isolating, and I just want to find like a community of people that I really connect with outside of like streaming, if that makes sense. Thank you, Tonio, for the game controller. I appreciate it. And at the end of the day, I think that it's their loss. Like, I could make so much money in that space if they just took a chance on me. I'm pretty sure they would not regret it. But I know that some companies they have very strict standards and conditions, and you just have to be able to showcase a specific skill. Otherwise, it's hard. I mean, I did at least learn throughout the process, but I don't know, I feel quite bitter right now since it's quite fresh. I don't know where to go, guys. I'm very confused. That's why this game is hard, because it's like, I don't know where I'm supposed to go. It's just, the thing is, though, it's like, trying is frustrating when you don't get... I did not hear that. R.I.B. I'm just like tired of being like not taken seriously and not having like I don't know. I also just want to like exist outside and away from like the screens and away from like, I kind of want to pivot from gaming and from streaming all the time, just because streaming is a very isolating job. And I think at least when you join like a girl group, at least you have like a built-in friend group, right? And that's all that I kind of want, is just like a community of people like to be a part of. You know, just because like I just don't see streaming as like something that I want to do for the rest of my life. Like, I think I want to do other things. Because there's just like a lot of times where I stream and I just feel drained. And I feel like it's not really where I'm meant to be. And I think that's why I crave other things. And I crave other paths. Because I'm also just still young. So, I don't know. I mean, don't get me wrong though. I love streaming, and I think the main thing for me that has like brought it back for me is like creating YouTube videos. That's what's kind of gotten my spark back. And at the end of the day, I realize it's not streaming that I want to do. It's YouTube and it's production and it's like having my own little like show. Like that's what I want, you know? And so I think that streaming is quite draining. Like, you don't it's just draining sometimes. So I feel like that's why I want to have like a something that I do outside of streaming where I kind of just get away from the screen and I'm like meeting people in real life and making connections in real life. That's what I want to do. And that's why I like K-pop so much and like K-pop dance, because I feel like you get to connect with so many amazing inspirational figures and a lot of really cool people. I mean, I would love to do stream collabs one day, but I just feel like it's been hard for me to find people who really align with me. I've done stream collabs though, but I rarely do them because a lot of people aren't actually serious about like, it's not like they're not serious about streaming, it's more like they're just not serious about like their content journey. So that's why it's harder for me to wanna. But I actually was gonna do a collab this week, but my friends are doing it all the way in Indiana and I'm in California, so that's like a I think 10-hour flight from LAX, and I just can't because I also have school this week, so that's why. But yeah, it's not really like the thing is, it's just it's not like I hate streaming. No, I love it. It's definitely part of what I want to do, but I think that I just want to be able to like make stuff that I'm excited about. Thank you, Tonio, for the galaxy. I appreciate that. I want to make content like that I'm excited about creating, that it takes like a lot of skill, things like that, which is why I've been drawn to like Valorant and whatnot, because in a space like Valorant, it obviously takes a lot of working hard in the game to like earn your spot. And it's the same way for K-pop dance. You know, they wouldn't reject me for no reason. It's obviously very challenging to get far in those type of like competitions, and I think that's what's so admirable about those people in the first place. The fact that they've had to put in so much work and effort in order to get far is like, you know, part of it. So yeah, but I don't know, I think streaming is definitely a part of it, but I think streaming, it can get draining because like a lot of people kind of expect you to read comments, and a lot of the comments that you read can be very like emotionally demanding, right? Like people always are trying, you know, like to treat streaming like a place where because you're available, they kind of see it as like a potential opportunity to get to know you in a romantical way, or even like just if they are convinced sometimes like that they can be your friend, it can create like these weird dynamic of like people having these one-sided relationships with you, and they can get really draining really fast because a lot of people kind of want you to like, they want to pry basically, and so that's what makes it kind of draining. But I would say like it's because they ask a lot of weird questions. People ask a lot of weird questions. And especially when you're like still growing as a streamer, you kind of feel like you have to respond to everything. But I know it's good to just not be a people pleaser, you know, and just focus on what makes you happy. And that's why I've been just like, this weekend I was just like, I'm gonna do my K-pop audition, see how it goes. Obviously I didn't do that great, but at least I tried. I think that trying is important. I think it's just been really hard for me to grow in this environment, which is why I am working on myself to try to get out of it. Yes. Yeah. Well, I don't know. I mean, I do want to do streaming for the rest of my life, but I think I just want to like start living my life for me. And I also just want to start like doing things that genuinely makes me excited. Yeah, that's why I audition, because it's something that makes me really excited and happy. I had a lot of fun auditioning, so. But yeah. Yeah, I'm really good at like maintain. I'm really good at juggling a lot of different things. Sometimes I get a little burnt out, but I'm okay. Hmm? It's not just K-pop that I love. It's also dancing. But I've been able to discover that I love dancing through K-pop. So that's why. I think I just... Hello, Nitro Sam. True, without connections, you can't find a job in most places. Yeah. But as long as you, like, try not to, like, streaming itself is technically, like, job, but it's very hard to run it and do, and, like, scaling it is, like, a whole nother thing. Oh my god, these fries are very salty. Oh my god. Well, I'm not trying to quit streaming altogether. I just don't want it to be my only job. Like, I just don't want it to be, like, the only thing that I do. Because I'm craving, like, a different type of lifestyle. And I'm craving, like, friendship in real life and connection in real life. Which is not something that you can't really get a lot of times with streaming because, at least from my experience, I have made some real life connection, but because the streaming space is mainly men, it's not as good of an experience as it could be if I was in a space where there was like more women, which is why I bring up K-pop, because K-pop, a lot of their demographic is women, you know, especially because there's a lot of girl groups and the girl groups naturally attract like women who are inspired by them and things like that. And then also just like K-beauty, I definitely have considered doing like beauty content and things like that. Like that's just more of what I want to do because I've recognized that although I love the gaming space and there's nothing wrong with me being a part of it, in terms of like long term, like I want to be around more women. I'm gonna be so real. Like I love men, don't get me wrong. But I do feel like I thrive in places and I feel more myself when I'm in places that make up majority women. Just because like it's just something that I've started to recognize in myself, that I'm a feminist, you know? So like existing as a feminist in a place like gaming can be quite exhausting emotionally, especially, you know, gaming men are not necessarily like my cup of tea all the time. I would say like sometimes, but like just chill people, you know? For me, I treat gaming kind of like a way for me to just chill and like solve, like if it's a story, okay, let's watch the story. I am so lost right now. This is why I can't play this game, because it is too confusing. But yeah, it's not that I want to quit streaming. I think I just want, like, a break. Like, I want to have balance. Like, I want to have other things that I do with my life outside of streaming. Because then I can come back to the streams feeling, like, alive. You know? I feel like when I go... I've gone, like, multiple days in a row, like, staying at home. And that's just not good for your mental health. It just doesn't do good to your mental health, right? And I think it's just really important that I go out and, like, I find my group of people in real life. Because, unfortunately, online connection is not the same as, like, in real life. Especially people in real life can show up better for you. They are a lot more, in my opinion, like Like, I'm able to, like, sniff out whether or not they're, like, manipulative and things like that based off of, like, in real life. Whereas, like, or, like, online, you can't really... It's harder. Like, yeah, you can connect online, but it's also just, like, a very low-quality connection. At least in my experience. I mean, I've had some long-distance friends before. But what I've realized is, like, I feel like people who hate their lives, they kind of stay online all day. Unless, like, that's just where they feel safe. Which is like, I do feel safe, like, existing online at times. But... yeah, that's what I was thinking about self. The only thing is, obviously, like, for me, is, like, money. I don't have any, like, financial backing besides, like... like, I don't really have any financial backing, so I can't just, like, pick up and move to a place. Like... I wish, though. I want to... but obviously, like, for me, the reason why I can't and I haven't been able to do a lot of the things that I want to do is mainly money. Because I've invested so much into, like, my streaming and my content career that, I don't know. And I just don't have, like, I don't have, like, a safety net. That's why I've talked about, like, joining the military and stuff like that, because it could help me create a safety net. But yeah, money's literally the only problem in terms of, doing what I want to do. So, yeah. Oh my god, Charge, thank you for the gift and stuff. I appreciate that. Like, don't get me wrong, though. Like, I make okay money, but it's just not, like, enough for me to just pick up and move to a different country. Like, my parents don't financially invest in me at all. They haven't since I was 18, so, like, I've kind of just been on my own. They only let me stay, but I still pay rent, and I pay all of my bills. So I've kind of had to navigate adulthood. I mean, everybody kind of has to do that as they get older, but yeah, at a very young age. But I mean, that's just kind of how... that's why I talked about going to the military, because it could help you create, like, a safety net. But right now, I don't have any really safety net besides, like, doing content creation. Which I love, by the way, because content creation is very fun. But, see, content creation is different from streaming. But I would say streaming is kind of like content creation, too. It's just... content creation is more... when I think of content creation, I think of, like... what is it called? Like TikTok. Yeah, sometimes moving to a different place helps. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. But yeah, like I said, I mean, that takes money. So I would need to, like, save up my money or, like... you know. I don't know what to do, guys. I'm very lost. I think I need to do the keypad. That's the only thing I can think of that we can do right now. Yeah, the only thing that's stopping me from moving to another place is money, which is why I've been selling a lot of my stuff on Depop and things like that, because that is the end goal. I do want to move somewhere else and, like, live there for a little bit. Why am I playing alone? Because Silent Hill 2 is a solo game? But yeah, no, it's not that, like, I don't want to do streaming ever again. I still want to do streaming. Of course I still want to do... streaming is part of content creation, but obviously, like, what I'm trying to say is I want to, like, start having a life outside of streaming, because for a really long time I was just going live every day, and that kind of stuff can get really isolating really fast. And isolation is not good, because I started to realize, like, it is really important to, like, make a connection and make groups and have, like, a herd that you're a part of. But I'm not, I don't really feel like I'm a part of like a herd. I don't know. Cause like, even though, yeah, I've made a community online, like people online have been here, I'm technically like always by myself in a room talking to a camera. Like, that shit is not like good for your mental health. So that's why, like, the thing is, I don't want to work a server job because I've already gotten a taste of like what working a real life job is like. And I'm gonna be honest, I don't text a single one of my server friends ever since that job. Only like one girl keeps in touch with me, and she just randomly sends me like memes, but that's it. You know, and it's like I'm looking for real connection. Like I'm looking for people that I am inspired by. Like I don't want to be the person that the only person in the room that is inspiring to these other people. I want to feel like I'm in a group that it's just like I have a lot of standards when it comes to friends too. So that's why I think like although there's nothing wrong with having a server job, when I did work as a server, I had a hard time making friends because at that time I was doing really well on social media while working as a server. And I'm not gonna lie, some of the girls were jealous of me and the fact that I had another job outside of streaming. And so no, I don't think like working a server job is like for me. Just because of like the fact that unfortunately when you're in places where people are kind of like working for other companies, they're naturally gonna get jealous of you if you've been able to build a company for you or like build a business for yourself. So that's why I say like I want to make friends, but I want to be around friends that I feel like inspire me. So that's why I don't think I should work a regular job. Not because there's anything wrong with working a regular job, but more so because I've noticed people get jealous. And I can't be around people that try to not ruin, but like try to like dim my light because they haven't been able to build their own light in their own way. Which is nothing. Sometimes starting as a server is a good way. Like I started as a server. There's nothing wrong with that. But I know that I just don't want to do like a regular job anymore because I realize like, and that's why I'm also hesitant about going back to school, but I'm just gonna go because I want to do journalism. But yeah, that's why I won't be. But I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. I just think like I'm at the age where it's like, I know what I want to do. Like I know I want to do content creation for the rest of my life, but I also really want to do like entertainment and that type of like line of work. It obviously takes a lot of financing. So I just want to be like somebody that inspires the people that I'm around. And then on top of that, I don't want to be the only one who's like inspiring because it's kind of like it's just not, it's just from my experience. And even like I've had a lot of girls that were just really jealous of me and I don't like that. And I'm very particular about like when I find out that a girl is jealous of me, I will stop being around her. And you can't really do that when you work a job because you are literally forced to be around certain people. And I feel like sometimes it's like it's a low quality like experience. But at the same time, like, yeah, because people eventually they stalk me sometimes. Like if they find out my social media, they try to find out, and then when they find out, they get angry. Some of them, not all of them. I've had some supportive friends. I only had like one friend that she still keeps in touch with me. We were like close because we would always talk about like things that we like. So yeah, I think serving, you can sometimes make friends. But I think where I've made like my most long-term friends have been like school and like places where people are like working on themselves, I guess. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I think also I just have really high standards for like certain friends that I'm around because I don't know. I mean, but then I also have like friends who I don't judge or anything. But I think like moving forward, I do crave like people who put a lot of effort into taking care of themselves, and if they do that, they will also like take care. If that makes sense. Not like, oh, they're gonna handle everything, but like, you know, the kind of people who put effort in. The kind of person who, like, if you could call them to take you to the airport, like, that's the kind of love that I want. But I think the only way to kind of reach that is like working on myself. That's why, like, I think I'm excited to go to school, because while there might be some people at school that are a little strange, right? There's gonna be also some good quality people there as well. I mean, that's in everything. I think in any job or any line of work or anything, it's always gonna happen. But yeah, it's just because, like, I understand. You guys, I'm lost. I'm just like, I know that for me, I think I just need to work on myself until I can be like, in order to like meet the people that are meant to be in my life. That makes sense? I don't know. My hair still smells like baby powder from this like spray that I put in my... Like, I just want to be around people who like love themselves, you know? I'm not at the right spot. Big J's? I'm lost. So yeah, I think that's why, like, I don't think I'll work a regular job again. Mainly because, well, okay, I will, but I will only work regular jobs that allows me to not interact with people as much as possible. Just because I don't believe in becoming friends with your coworkers. I have a firm, like, and that's why I think streaming is so isolating, because, like, realistically in this space, since it's like all media, like you guys, all your personality is online, everything's online, these type of people that you make friends with are the first, sometimes not all of the people in the space, right? But a lot of these people in the spaces, like entertainment spaces, people do not, they're very, like social climb. A lot of people social climb. So if you don't bring any value to them, like you don't have thousands of viewers that they can take, they don't care about you. Sometimes. I wouldn't say that's all of my friends in the streaming space. There are some people who I feel like they don't really care about that, or they don't judge you for that. They just want to enjoy and spend time, you know? But like, also, like, you can't be shocked by that, because it's kind of comes with the territory. That's why they tell you don't become friends with your coworkers, because a lot of the time the people in this space are very fake. And it's because it's a very competitive space. Meaning, like, a lot of people see your platform more as something to benefit from than by actually connecting with you. That's why I think, like, meeting people in real life is so important, because when you make that in real life connection, it's so much easier to like sniff out the people that are fake. And also because if you're on the social media and they know about your social media, right? Like, people will also, like, let's say your name was getting dragged in the mud and you decided to become friends with somebody, right? Through the internet. But this person doesn't owe you loyalty, right? And let's say they had like one bad experience with you, right? And then a story comes out about how like you're canceled. Those people that you confided in, they will go and be the first people to talk about you and be like, I always had a bad feeling about her. And see, the craziest part is I've actually had this happen to me before. But the craziest part about that is they weren't even speaking from actually getting to know me. You know what actually happened? Yes. You know what actually happened? This one guy wanted to game with me. I said, no, I don't want to game. I'm good, bro. I wasn't rude about it. He was the first person in the comments being like, I knew she always hated men. because I didn't play a game with him, or I think I rejected him or something. Or like he got mad because I didn't follow him back on Twitter or something. And so it's like he was the first person to jump on the bandwagon. Not because he was my actual friend. He was trying to pretend to be my friend because he just wanted to benefit from being around me. However he was trying to benefit. But then I was like, I'm good, bro. Not in a rude way, but like I'm just good, you know? And he was the first person I saw in the comment section. You know who else I saw in there? A girl who was kissing up to me and saying she loves my content. She was also in the comment sections being the first person to talk shit about me. And the craziest thing is she's friends with one of my friends now that I want to tell her about it. But like, honestly, in this industry, that's why they say never become... Sometimes when you're working in the entertainment space, there's a lot of people that are just not going to be your real friends. They're just not going to be your real friends. And that's why I think it's so isolating. But she was the first person to go on there and talk crap. And you know what it was? You know what it was, chat? She was just jealous of me. Because I'm a baddie. And I made phase 1 top 20. A lot of these people found excuses after the fact that I reached a certain amount of like becoming top 20 in the... Like, I had so many people hating on me in that moment. Crazy. And she actually was like rooting for me at that point, right? She was so excited for me. And then she was like the first person to be like hating. As soon as my name was getting dragged in the mud. But in front of my face she was like kissing up to me. I swear to it. Like, and I even think like she rated me at some point. She rated me and she was like, oh my god, you're such a baddie. I can't wait to hang out and be friends. Oh yeah, right. Right, but not in the Twitter mentions. Mind you, I go to her profile, it says follows you. Okay, like that's why sometimes in this industry, like, it's like you just have to be... You can't be friends with people in this... Like, you cannot. Every time you try to open yourself up to people, they're always gonna have something to say bad about you, okay? And so that's why, like, there's a lot of people who are just not gonna be your real friends. Just gotta be careful what you share and what you, like, you know, talk about. I mean, I'm an open book. I really have nothing to hide. Even when it comes to, like, the times where I have my name dragged in the mud. Hey, you know what? I made mistakes. I'm a human. It's gonna happen, right? But also, like... Yeah, that's why it's good to have a small circle, but I think the reason why I've had such, like, bad experiences, I feel like, it's because it's, like, online, and usually people that hate themselves exist only online. I feel like that's what I've noticed is, like, the first people to attack you and be on a hate train about you are people who literally exist online. No offense to people who exist online, because there are some happy people who exist online who don't do all that hating and stuff like that. But I feel like when you are happy online, it's like you also have a good balance of like being out in person and making connection in person. Or let's say like you don't make connection in person, but like maybe you hang out in a Discord and you make friends and you make people laugh and you hang out and you have a good time. Like all of that stuff, I think it's about the way you connect with people, you know? And that's why like I'm glad that like I've at least made some friends through streaming, like good friends that I've been able to like confide in here and there. You know, I don't name drop and I don't try to share too many details, you know, in case like my name gets dragged in the mud and then they pull up my screenshots from the Discord DMs and they're like, look, she's evil. Because that's the things you have to worry about when you're like in the entertainment space. You have to worry about like people literally like telling other people, like, let's say you were to hook up with someone, other people could go, like they could go and like, let's say there's a rumor that you're like this big like all-time whatever whore, or like you did this, that, the third. People could like literally try to blackmail you and utilize things to like make rumors and then use screenshots and then it's all this whole ordeal, right? So like, you get what I'm trying to say. So like, basically people come up with accusations, other people, it's just, that's why the entertainment industry is very exhausting sometimes, because a lot of the time, if you just met people in real life, that stuff would never happen to you, because like, what are they gonna do? Take a screenshot with their eyes? I don't know. I mean, unless they're weird and they use the meta glasses to like film you or something, like, I don't know. Like, it's just weird, right? People are just weird. And I mean, even if you do, like, let's say you go and have experiences and you date, whatever, there's a lot of people who will even, like, go and talk and, like, kind of bring up your name. I had met this person who was literally flexing that they hooked up with this one, like, very big influencer, and I was just like, okay, bro, like, why are you telling me this information? Like, I thought, what happened to, like, don't kiss and tell? I don't know. So, this is no privacy, right? People always try to get information, and it's weird. And so I'm, like, gonna try to test out, like, meeting people in person instead. But even then, I don't, like, I'll meet people in person. I get really, like, I can tell right away, like, by having, like, the first conversation with someone, like, whether or not I would want to be around them a lot. So, yeah. So that's why I think, like, getting to know people in real life, you can really, like, test your intuition and test your gut and all that. So that's the good part, right? But even then, you can't really trust anyone. But I feel like, yeah, I feel like you can tell when people are gonna be bad, like, in real life a lot better than online, because, like, online people can kind of say a lot of things. Things like that. So, it's just also just, like, I feel like it's bad to exist only online. It took so long to get into KCON yesterday. Yeah, I know. It was horrible. I got a migraine because I was standing in line so long. I don't think I'm ever gonna go to KCON LA again. I just think that, like, okay, I like the freebies though, but if I go, I'm going hella early. And what time did you get there? I got there at 8 a.m. And thankfully, there wasn't a long line at 8 a.m. But the line starts forming at, like, 8, and then it gets long at 9. It gets crazy long at 9. I think as long as you come... Oh, I'm on at 10 a.m. Oh my god. Read it. Oh, okay, that's the morning rush. Yep. You missed the Illit artist stage. No. So it's like, they don't, and they just that was probably one of the worst KCONs ever, because surely this didn't happen before, right? Because, yeah, no, when I went on Saturday, I waited 2 hours and I got there at 9. I got in around, like, 11:40 something, like 12, yeah. So, like, the later you got there, the later you had to wait in line. They scheduled them at 11:20 so early. I know, this is so sad. I would literally ask for a refund at that point, like, for the countdown or whatever. There's just no way they can, like, take our money and then just not make it so that way people can get in fast. Like, yeah, they really messed up with this year. It's horrible. I mean, but I think it's just like, but is that your first KCON? It was my first KCON. I went the first day at 9 a.m. because I kind of anticipated that there was going to be a long line. But even getting there at 9 a.m., the line was already forming. And it was wrapping around the entire area. Like, it was crazy. I think that I'm not going to go again. If I do go again, I'm going to go with a friend. And I'm going to get there at 7 a.m. I'm not getting there at 9 a.m. I'm getting there 7 a.m. on the dot. And I'm getting express pass. Next time. If I were to go, I'm gonna get express pass. But even with there were some people getting in who didn't even have express pass that were like telling them that they have express. It was crazy. They weren't even checking that much. I think that's why it took so long. You can tell people will betray you first chance from their behavior in groups. Yeah, exactly. There's just a lot of fake people out there. Like, I mean, obviously there's some good ones. Like, I've thankfully this year I met my friend Axel through like mutual friends, and he's been one of my most consistent like friends that we just been able to play things back to back to back, and it's so fun. And then I recently like
Pearl went to Disney.
no, I went to KCON LA. It was crazy. I'm not going again though. Honestly, I think they kind of like scammed a lot of us because the parking was at minimum $40. I think I saw you, but not sure. There was just a lot of people. Yeah, I was like walking. I went to all of Young Festa first, and then... Guys, I'm lost. Does anyone know what I need to do? I'm confused. I think I have to go to the keypad. Oh, I'm gonna go to the keypad. Yeah, $40 for parking. And then the first day I went on Saturday, $44. 44. And I had to walk too, and it was far. But it's fine. I mean, at least I got my walks in, my steps in for the day. But yeah, no, it was horrible. And then having to wait for 2 hours in the line, it was just horrible. Like, I just think it was really poorly ran events.
Is KCON.
KCON, not KCON. It's an event where like you can go to watch like K-pop. At that point, just don't even get a KCON ticket. Go to the only thing. What? No, KCON. At that point, just go to the concert for like the artist that you want to see. You know? It was just like horribly ran. It was just horribly run. It's just, I mean, there's just a lot of people to be fair, but like still, like, I mean, they did a better job on Sunday because they let people in that got there early. So they started letting people in the actual convention at like 8:30 or 9. And then we got in, but they made us wait. They put us in like lines as if we were like cattle. And then we just had to wait until it was 10 a.m. for them to release people one line at a time. And it was like a big line of people. And then they started letting in everybody else. Once like it was 10 a.m. But like the whole process of like getting people inside the event itself takes so much time. So that's probably why you missed the event. Like, that's why you just gotta make sure to go hella early. But like even going hella early, you're already like waiting 2 hours.
What is KCON?
KCON, it's like an event where Korean idols and Korean music artists get together to perform. It's like a K-pop convention, yeah. And then there's also like a lot of skincare, beauty. That's what I went for. I got a bunch of samples for K-beauty and stuff. You did get to see Inza perform. That's good. It was just so perfect. And yeah, if you got there even at just 9 a.m., you'd have to wait like 2 hours to get in. So even if you got there 9 a.m. But thankfully, I got there at 8 a.m. on the dot. I went in line there was no line at 8 a.m. I was like, thank the Lord great heavens, because I was gonna get there at 7 a.m. instead. But I decided, okay, I need to get ready. I need to put my makeup on. I needed to get Starbucks, and I needed to get gas. So I got Starbucks, I got gas, and then I was good. And I ate food in the line while I was waiting. I need to find out what the code is. Hold on. Guys, what is the code? I don't know. 4013? Oh. Check. 4014 4439. Oh. I had to follow a bunch of Instagram accounts. Me too. I'm about to go unfollow them. I'm just kidding. The only one I'm gonna keep following is the Dear Dot, because they gave me a free full-sized items because they saw I followed them, and then they saw that I had 50,000 followers on Instagram. So they were like, okay, I'm gonna give you a free gift. And I saw, you know that girl that you showed me, Bleak? The one, what's her name? Cece? She also got a free bag of full-size items. Yeah, Cece also got a free. It's called Dear Dot. Dear Dot. Guys, go check them out because they gave me full-size products and they didn't have to do that. They gave me like a full bag of it. So yeah. R.I.P. Hayden. Yeah, that's so sad. Wait, so let me look up Hayden. What did he do? Yeah, I don't think it's worth it to go to KCON, guys, unless you go there early. Like, you have to go there early, like, at least, like, 7 a.m. to 8 a.m. and park close so you don't get there late. American actress, oh, Hayden Leslie Panettiere. She died. So what is she known for? Child model. Okay. And soap opera actress. Wow. Rest in peace. I mean, I did have a good time for the most part, but I think I wish I knew. Her name is Hayden Panettiere. Panettiere? I don't know if I'm saying that right. 4439.
Down.
Yeah. Sad. Bruh. Why am I getting it wrong, guys?
She was in Heroes.
She was in Heroes? What is Heroes?
Old TV show.
Oh, I see. Sitting on the toilet is how I found out? Oh my god. I mean, I did have a good time because I was able to get like a lot of free things. But I was mainly there just for the audition and I didn't pass, but it's okay. Their loss at the end of the day. It's their loss, chat, at the end of the day. And besides, I kind of like being a content creator, but I think that I just want to do other things too. Yeah, for Girls Planet. Girls Planet is a girl group audition. Yeah, they rejected me. So it's a GG's. But wait, what is the code, guys? $4014? Did you hear about the other audition for Hybe? I don't. The thing is, I don't meet certain requirements. Which audition? Hybe?
Them
I think you have to be.
Hearts too.
I think you have to be at least. Yeah, you have to be at least 21. I'm 24.
R.I.P.
I mean, I can still apply, but I'm too old. 4439. I did try 4439.
Hello.
Thank you, Awarenessa, for the high bear.
Carrie died. Everything Sora did was for noting.
Huh? I'm confused.
Nothing. The voice of Carrie.
4440, maybe? I don't know who that is.
She died.
4440. I don't know. I don't know these names. But honestly, like, it's just one audition. 446?
'Cause you don't know ball.
Okay. Bro, I'm just not the kind of person who can like sit through shows. I get so bored. It's not 446. Four, 044.
Kingdom Hearts is the show.
Kingdom Hearts is. What is Kingdom Hearts? But they saw your potential since you went back there. Yeah, I mean, I guess, but I just feel like I wish that they didn't waste my time, because I could have just been at the Young Festa getting more free samples. So we literally, you guys have to hear the story again because you missed it when I told the story earlier. They literally made us wait until 4:30, and then we didn't even start auditions at 4:30. We waited an extra hour until 5:50, or 5:50. The two girls in front of me passed, and they literally walked out with the yes! Yes! And then I walk out and I'm like, well, unfortunate. And then they had a conversation with me, and they were like, don't worry, this is like, we saw your potential, but like, yeah, it's okay, next time. And I was like, wow. I was just so irritated. Like, it was just so irritating because it was like, I was just so tired from being up at 5 a.m. So, just over it. And then they were like, there's gonna be different judges.
Auditions for what?
It was the same guy who said I need more practice. So I was like, okay. It was very embarrassing too, because there's clearly only like 5, and then on the table that I saw, they only had like 5 audition baggies that they give away. 442. Oh my god. No way. Thank you. We got in. Auditions for K-pop idol trainee group. It's okay though. It's for a girls group. It's for a girl group.
What does that mean?
If you don't know anything about K-pop, it's really hard to understand. But basically, it's like a girl group. So like, think of like One Direction, but like full of girls, right? So it would be a big group that they get together and that they train. They were like, you're too short? No, I don't even think it's about that. I mean, possibly, but I think what it was, I'm just not trained enough. I've only been training for a year. I was trying to utilize being cute to my benefit, but I realized like being cute is not everything, so they don't care. How many years do they train? A lot of girls, if they actually are considered, they train since they're like very young. There's already girls in my classes that are like 5 years old training, so they start from a very young age. I started 23, so I'm very behind in terms of my training, but that doesn't mean that I don't have potential. So I think that like obviously it's just kind of one of those things where so what is the point of this area? Is this just for medicine? I don't know. Yeah, I'm just not experienced enough. But it's just because, like,
What they make you do for audition?
you either do a song, a dance, or you can do, like, showcase any of your skills. Like, dance, singing, acting, I don't know, whatever. But they mainly focused on vocal and dance. So for vocal, I did a rap. And then for dance, I did a dance. I thought my rap was good. My dance, however, I was very nervous, so I think that's why they were like, you need more practice. So I was like, okay. I feel like you should just make a group of your own. I feel like that's a lot harder than... It's easier said than done, right? Forming a dance group is also just not... It's a lot harder to do when you don't have, like, a whole company financing your classes for you. And so that's why girl groups are very highly... What is it? Anticipated and very highly, like, desirable, because... Especially for girls, because... the companies pay for all of the idols training, they pay for them to travel. I heard that the people who are passing are going to be going to Korea to train or to film. So all the girls that passed today, which I think only about 5 girls were chosen from today. Yeah. And so it's quite frustrating, but at the end of the day, I don't think it's the end-all be-all situation. I think there's going to be other auditions for me to pursue. But yeah, it's like the first girl group audition that they're opening it to a bunch of different age groups, right? You just have to be older than 2013. So I've seen some girls in groups before filming like at malls. Is that like them practicing? Yeah, sometimes people join dance crews and then they perform for like YouTube. And a lot of the time, yeah, usually some dancers who invest in themselves like independently, they get together and kind of form groups. But getting into those groups, it takes a lot of like going to dance class, like a lot, like learning the foundations, becoming a great dancer, not just a good dancer, you know. And so I think the only solution to this, I guess, is just like improving, if it's what I really want. Yeah. I mean, it's not the end all be all. There's gonna be other auditions that I can apply for. I also thought about like doing acting too, because I'm taking...
Keep trying, G.
I'm taking a... What is it? I'm taking a theater class. Thank you. It obviously does suck though, because they rejected me at first, actually. So, but okay, at first... Okay, no, because the first round of auditions, you go, and I passed the first round. So then I go... There's this like hotel that we go to. We went to the hotel, performed there. We needed to perform a vocal, so last minute I was like, oh, I don't have a vocal prepared. So, but I did know how to rap. I do know how to rap. So I rapped. I thought that was gonna make me stand out. It did, but I also think they could tell that I was nervous because I don't really audition too much. I need to audition more. I'm not gonna rap right now. I'm good. Not. Auditions are very intimidating because it's just like people watching, and then yeah, it's weird. It's definitely weird. You definitely should try to practice in front of like friends or family first. I was rapping on yesterday's stream, and like I'm not the best rapper in the world, I'll be honest, but I feel like it would make me look kind of like have like an attitude, and that's sometimes what they like in K-pop stuff. They like girls who can potentially be like the next Lisa, Blackpink, whatever, right? So that's like kind of the vibe I was giving. And so yeah, obviously it does hurt because I prepared the dance and I felt like it looked good on camera, but I think because it's so much easier to dance in your room besides like dancing in front of like a group or like front of like actual, like when there's stakes, it's obviously very hard. It's very hard. Takes a lot of effort and a lot of practice. And I think what really sucked is I saw the first girl go in and she passed. She came out crying because she passed. You could hear her singing from the outside. She was a great singer. So go back to the cafe. Okay. American cafe. But it has an X on it though. Yeah, I mean I think they saw my potential because as I was leaving to the elevator, they pulled me to the side and said they want me to try again tomorrow at 4 p.m. So I was like, okay. They said they'll get into contact with me. So at this point, I'm like, okay, maybe they're giving me another chance. But then they mentioned to me they can't guarantee anything. So I was like, okay, well, I don't know what this means. I'm a little bit confused. Very anxious. I go and I audition and they reject me again. So I'm just like, okay, you guys could have just left me at the elevator. Like, at that point, don't even ask me to come back. Like, why did I even show up at that point? I've already been rejected. And it was the same... it was the same judge. They were... I don't know who was saying it, but there was, like, rumors that there was going to be a different judge. It was the same judge. And he already made his mind up. He thinks that I need more practice. I agree with him, but I also think, like, it's their loss. So, if they don't want to accept me, it's their loss at the end of the day. I will keep practicing, and they will regret not picking me. That's okay. They can go and have their little girl group. I'm sure they want to also have some minors in it, so... I'm guessing with the minors, they're gonna want to have more of a cutesy vibe. Which is fine. No offense to them though. I'm just saying, like, they probably want a cutesy vibe. They can't have a 24-year-old doing cutesy vibe shit, okay? So I think they probably want to form a more like twice or like something cutesy, I'm guessing. So basically they got my hopes up, but they also told me like they can't guarantee anything. So why get me back into there? I don't understand. I didn't understand why they brought me back. I mean, maybe they saw potential in me, but then they were like, you know what? No. I don't know. So, yeah, very frustrating. I feel like I wasted my time. I could have been at the Young Festa getting more full-size products instead, but, you know, it's fine. I think I am grateful, though, for the experience. But I've been rejected a lot before, so it's not like the first time. Auditions are always very brave thing to do, so I am a little bit bitter though, because it's like, okay, they could have just let me go down back to the elevator and just have a good day the next day and just enjoy the convention and not really worry about an audition. Just kind of felt like I wasted my time. I also just spent so much money too. It's like, I think the fact that you have to spend money to even audition to these things is kind of like wild, because it's like I could be using that money to go and train at that point. It just felt like wasting my time. So I kind of just wish they would have just like let me go and let me be rejected. Yeah, they told me to come back for my money. No, I don't think it was for my money, but like just to try to give me another chance or something. But it was the same judge and he already made his mind about me. So I'm like, okay. I don't think I'm gonna change his mind. They did try to give me like a chance to like do a song that was something I was more comfortable with. But I don't think they saw it. And I don't think they liked it. So. But it's okay. I think that obviously I do need a lot of practice, but I also think like if they saw like my potential, I feel like they wouldn't let me go. But also like that's okay though. I mean, sometimes you're just not going to get valued in certain places. And that's not really a definition. I didn't mention I was a gamer at all. I didn't mention anything. Should have worn a costume. Bro, what are you talking about? What? But yeah, it's very humbling for sure. Auditions are very humbling. I don't know, I just feel like I kind of wasted my time. Like, why bring me back? Why bring me back just to tell me no again? It's like, okay, you want me to kill myself. Okay, thanks. Great. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding, guys. But that's just like how I felt. I was like, okay. I got the no the first time. Hopefully it didn't seem like I was trying to force it, because I was only there because they told me that I was given a chance to try to do another song. Different dance. And so, you know, took the opportunity, but... And you know what was even crazier that, like, really made me feel out of place was... The girls in front of me and behind me, they both had already passed their auditions. They already got an email. And I was like, oh, I didn't get an email. Wow. This is great. I love it. So I'm just like, I think I was just there potentially for entertainment purposes. To be like the trainee that was rejected. So if you guys see me on any footage, I'm gonna be the trainee that's rejected, just so you guys know. Two negatives make a positive. That's true. At the end of the day, it's their loss. I know who I am, so. And I know that I'm the kind of person who, like, that kind of situation just makes me want to work harder and make people regret not investing in me. I don't know. But yeah, honestly, I don't really need to make anybody regret anything, because honestly, it's like, if they didn't value me the first time, they probably would never value me. So that's part of it. Yeah, it's definitely very humiliating though. Very humiliating. Felt like a humiliation ritual. But it's okay. I just kind of wish they didn't waste my time. I could have just, like, gone home and just, like, done my own thing, like, auditioned for other stuff instead, you know? Just felt like I was kind of wasting my time. I mean, I will say, the experience of being able to audition is already a lot. Like, it's a good opportunity, for sure. But I also think, like, quite jealous of the girls that are gonna be training in Korea. But it's okay. I think because I started kind of late, I don't have the same experience level as others, and I thought maybe they could have seen me as some type of, like, underdog, but I don't think, like, that can happen. Which is okay. I wanted to be like an underdog. But that's alright. They get put on like structured diets, so you can't have Wingstop anymore. Yeah, I guess that's the bright side, Joshua. Maybe I'm good to have some Wingstop. That's a good way to look at things. W Wingstop. Have I danced the chat by girl set? I learned the dance, but honestly, the dance is really hard for me. When I first learned it, I just like didn't understand it. She went through the first part super fast and I didn't get it. It was horrible. I think like some teachers, not that they're bad teachers, they just go through the choreo very fast because they're used to training dancers that pick up the choreo very fast. I remember when you met them, you looked like the fifth member. Aw, thanks. Yeah, that's sweet. They were really nice. I appreciated being able to meet them. Yeah, I think like in the entertainment space, like visuals just don't cover every base. As much as I wish Pretty Privilege could have gotten me far, I don't think the judge was feeling me. I think maybe he has a particular type of like girl that maybe he prefers skill over what. And maybe I just realized like I'm just not some people's cup of tea. That's okay. Like, cause looks can only get you so far. I think that's why I like the idol training system to begin with, because it takes a lot more than just being pretty. I mean, you can say that, but there's also some idols who kind of go into idol training based off the fact that they're pretty. But for this one, I don't think so. I think it's more so skill. It's definitely talent and hard work, yeah. Because looks can only do so much. I also think like what plays a disadvantage for me is the fact that I'm like older. So putting me in a girl group with like 19-year-olds might be hard. I also think they're looking for like really bubbly people. Like big personalities. Like one of the girls who got in, she was just very like bubbly. Very big personality. Very loud. I think that's kind of like what they look for. Oh, I haven't been here, guys. Oh. So... And I'm just not... I'm more of like an introvert. So I think that's why, like, maybe I need to work on letting my skills shine rather than my... Oh, finally! Apartment key. Oh my god, I didn't even see this door. I've been looking everywhere. Wake yourself up and try again. I know, right? I mean, I'm just not gonna... I think that, like, obviously I need to go where I'm, like, valued. So, although, like... There's a key in the blender where... I don't see a blender. What blender? There is no blender. I feel like for you that was a learning experience. Everybody has learning experiences. Yep. There is no blender. This guy's trolling me. Bro, stop trolling me. Honestly, it's their loss at the end of the day because it doesn't really define me. It is what it is. I talked to someone who was on Universe ticket, but she didn't make it and then debuted to Japan. Oh really? Wow. Oh, she debuted in Japan. Different paths to the same destination, I suppose. Yeah. And like honestly, I also thought about just like maybe making it just a part of my content and not, I don't know. Like I thought about how like I don't really need a label. It's just obviously it would help a lot because of like the financial aspect. That's the only thing it would really help with is like not having to pay for all of my courses anymore and like having to do everything. No. I think that's the part that is definitely difficult. That I think that like a lot of trainees they take advantage of. But honestly, like even the girl, remember the girl who didn't make it for what is it called? It was called Prelude. The girl didn't make it to the Prelude. But she's like a really good dancer and like now she just posts her covers to TikTok and stuff and I'm sure she'll get like snagged. It's like she's such a cute girl and she's like totally like she's just so beautiful and she's also just really good at dance, so like I'm sure she'll do fine without Prelude, you know? And I think it's the same thing. Like that's kind of like what I said to kind of help myself feel a little bit better. Is like there's a lot of idols who just when they're on the show, when they're on the brink of that success, they get rejected. And honestly, I feel like that would hurt more than getting rejected by like just the beginning stages. Because at least the beginning stage, I only invested, what, 80 plus $80. How much is that? 80 plus, wait, let me add up the math. I mean, technically I've invested more than that, but... So it was $80 for my KCON ticket, another $80 for the second one to attend the second day, $40 for parking, and then another $44. So we spent $244 within the span of 2 days. Plus, like, some $20, or it was $16 Chipotle, plus some $20 Starbucks. $280 already spent. So did we make our investment back? I mean, I would say like I did good like training wise. I think I just gotta keep like posting.
It takes 200,000 minimum to break a musical act.
Okay. That's a lot. Dang, 200K? That's a lot.
Why do you think you hear the songs you hear? Because marketing.
I see. 200K? Damn. That's crazy. Yeah, I mean, yeah, making it in that space seems like a really tough thing to do. But the thing is, I have a lot of like artists in the family, and I think I just need like proper training. Like, that's why I've been training for the past year, because I think I just need proper training. That's really about it. I mean, obviously marketing too, right? Yeah, marketing, training, all that. It's a lot of work.
Most
But-
labels invest $50K a month into an act. That's for small act.
That's crazy. What's in there? What? I think I have to go out this way. What the heck? Yeah, nope. Yeah, that's why sometimes joining a label is always nice, because at least they take on like the financial aspect. Sometimes they make you take out loan. Yeah, I don't think I've been on this side, guys. I think we're progressing.
Medium act maybe 250K to 500K.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Bro, any money a label invests, you got to pay back.
Oh my god. The button in the bathroom? Wait, let me go back. Yeah, usually they make you take out a loan.
Most artists are in debt to labels.
Yeah, I heard about that too. So sometimes maybe it's like a blessing in disguise. Oh my god. Not being a part of the labels, but like what if you're just an independent artist instead? Wouldn't that be better? I thought about just being an independent artist. Oh, there's a button in the bathroom. Oh, right here. Put my hand inside the button. Get the button. Search. I thought about just being like, but then having to do all of the investment is gonna be difficult, but I think I could do it. The glasses are high and low because my face is crooked.
That took 10 projects.
Nah, not really. It takes years. Oh my god. Most monthly listeners I ever had was like 5 million. Oh my god. 10 projects. Wow. Okay, now I leave. Forgot to get the button in the bathroom. Yeah, I don't know. Sorry, I'm laughing at a comment, but I can't read it. 9 projects no one heard. 1 some people heard. Oh my god. Yeah. Oh, this is not it. This is not it. Yeah, I played Resident Evil before. Oh, Nellie's bar. Okay. Yeah, I think I just like, I want to do something. Like, I just thought about how, like, I don't know, I realized, like, I am happy streaming, but I realized sometimes I'm really happy, like, dancing and performing, and if I just had, like, more confidence and more, like, training, I feel as if I feel as if I could, like, it would just make me happy, I don't know. Like, I thought about it, and, like, I do feel like it would make me happy. Too. Oh, there we go. Oops. Oh, there we go. Okay, I got it. No, it was not good though. Honestly, that one I needed a lot more work. But I produced it myself. I do want to get into like producing like my own music. But I thought about like yeah, producing my own covers, but I think I need to like get like a system to produce like one of those like DJ tables with the boom boom clap boom clap boom boom clap. Oh, thank you, Loki. I feel like so many people say that, but it's like realistically in this world, I feel like sometimes the only way to do stuff is like through money. Sometimes that's how I feel.
Park
I
on the
mean,
lake.
it's not always true. That's why like auditions exist, right? Like you
Spent the
can.
whole day there.
Yeah, that's why I like auditioning because sometimes
Just
it
the two
helps
of
me
us
give
staring
me
at the
like a
water.
feel like oh maybe I can like if a label does it, but because I can also do acting and like well I don't know. But even actors get scammed. Everybody gets scammed, no matter what entertainment job you do, unless you're like independent. Okay, I will check the DM. Oh, I got a key. Okay, can I play it out loud?
Yay!
They give you a 20-point deal, meaning you keep 1/5 of the rights to the music, and they
I'll do my stream in the background.
publishing, mechanicals, and streaming and all that stuff, right? So basically, since they put 1 million into you, you don't get that 1 million to choose how
I
you
can
do.
hear
You
my
get like
voice.
20%. So off of that 1 million, he would get 20%. You get what I'm saying? So you get like 200,000. That would be put in your pocket to like play around with whatever. A lot of people buy like jewelry, cars,
Oh.
you know, put down payment on a house, etc. Because your deal is 20%, you have to pay them back $1 million.
$1 million?
Off of your 20%, if that makes any sense. So essentially, you have to pay them back $5 million. Because now.
Oh, it ended. Next one.
So if you get $1 million, you have to pay them back $5 million essentially, because you're paying them back off of the 20% that you own. And a 20-point deal is a good deal. Some people have 2-point deals. Some people have 5-point deals. But a 20% deal is like you're already semi-established. So that's a good deal. So it takes $5 million to pay them back. That's why so many artists are still in debt. It doesn't mean that they're physically in debt, like a debt collector's gonna come. It just means they're not gonna get out of their label deal where they have 100% ownership anytime soon.
Oh, that makes sense. So they stay in the
If
deal
the
for
label
long.
doesn't recoup you, essentially, until the label recoups, you don't get paid. So until they get that, what's equivalent because you're paying them 20 cents you make per dollar. If that makes any sense. Just a math thing. I can show it better with like a whiteboard.
Whiteboard. We need the whiteboard demonstration now.
Okay, I kind of understand a little bit. Because that's what's happening with, like, New Jeans right now. That's why Daniela owes her label 33 million because they're suing her for breaching contract. And they terminated her contract, but now she's in a big lawsuit with them and she's gonna owe 33 million because she breached it early. And I'm guessing they didn't recoup, right? Yet, so that's what she owes in order to be set free. Isn't that crazy? Well, dang. So they're just okay. So they just have to live out their contract basically. Man, that's a lot. That's why it can be nice to get with, like... Are you still going to K Playfest in Anaheim on Saturday? What are they going to have at K Playfest? Are they going to have more auditions? I don't know. If they're not having any more auditions, I might not go. It depends if they have auditions, but... All I know is, like, majority of the auditions I do try to get into, they have an age gap. So, like, or whatever. So, like, they don't accept certain people with certain age. So, I thought about just doing, like, auditioning for stuff as, like, that will be more fitting for my age. I don't know. Because the K-pop idol industry is very rigorous, meaning, like, you have to be very young looking. I mean, I look young. Every time I talk to every single idol that I talk to, they're always, like, shocked when they hear how old I am. They're like, oh my god, I thought you were so much younger. I don't know if they're trying to gas me up, but, like, I think it's partially true if, like, they get shocked. Not to, like, toot my own horn, but... Yeah. If they have a K-pop random dance, I might do it. That's crazy, though. I don't... That's crazy. Wait, so... How does that work? I know, Chaewon's like 25, 26, but she's so popular, I know, right?
Check DM.
Explained it simpler with... Okay, I'm checking. Another one.
And I hurt myself back. I didn't think it was easy to understand. So the label gives you a 20-point deal at $1 million. You make 20 cents for every dollar that comes in. Makes sense? 20 points. There's 100 points to play with. You make 20 cents on every dollar. So what that means is, like, for every dollar comes in, you make 20 cents.
I can hear myself in the background.
Pay the label back $1 million. That's what recouping means. So the way the math is that that's 1/5. So you can really take that $1 million, 1 million times 5 million. So it's like owing 5 million, even though you don't technically own 5 million.
Yet.
Owe 5 million to them. You know what I'm saying? You owe them $1 million. But for every dollar that comes in, you're only making 20 cents. So that's how they get people. And it's in every contract. It's structured this way. That's how they get people bound for life. And that's why you see Kanye making new albums all the time, because he just has to keep trying to keep...
Oh, he has to just keep recouping money. Okay, because he works with a label that... Oh. So how much do you think Kanye West owes? But he's still a millionaire at the end of the day, though, right? Because his songs end up making more for the label. He owes $53 million in personal debt to the IRS. Wait, $50 million to the IRS is crazy. He claimed the IRS had placed hold on several of his accounts. His Yeezy company was also reported to earn more than... Guy's allergic to paying his taxes. They were later reports of additional unpaid taxes and liabilities, but there isn't a trustworthy public balance sheet. He claimed $2.77 billion in 2025. Wow. Oh. So basically he's gonna be in debt for the rest of his life. Well, how high can they put the debt? And how long can these contracts be? Are they for life? Why are they for life? Why can't they just have like a... That's so crazy to me. Is that why it's like better to be like an independent artist, would you say? Or like even if you're with a label though, right? I mean, but being with a label helps with like the financial aspect, but you still end up being in debt, right? Yeah, that's true. Chaewon is like 25, 26. And Sakura is like 29. Another one? Oh, let's see.
Yeah, exactly. The situation, but it's a good example. You see somebody that is making $100 in their 50s.
Oh.
Yeah, so basically.
He's in his 50s?
You for like, you're making 20 cents per dollar. If it makes any sense. And not 1 million to 1/5 example, just the easiest example. That's not like a standard deal. It's not like everybody's in. I mean, people get deals for crazy amount of dollars, right? That's what we see. That's what you have to get that. So it's a math equation that a lot of people don't do. They sign the name of the line. But I'm going to tell you to the situations or some days on other stuff and England is all different kinds of way, but for me personally, every situation is different, but it's a contract.
Yeah, I gotta make sure to read the contract.
Yeah, I don't know exactly this situation, but it's a good example.
Oh, I already listened to that one.
Doesn't mean women's are better. It's trying to make money. Well, there's people they sign right now, all like just basic math and stuff.
Oh.
Maybe have somebody explain this to me when I had a deal on the table. It was good to me, and it was a decent amount of money, and I was like, all right, say anything. So, you know, this wasn't for
That's good.
for like a solo act. I had a solo act, but that songs, etc., etc. I think the fucking name drop shit's
No name dropping.
just a simple situation, but you look at my whole career, it's not because bigger moves with it. And so it's just like, yes, look, that's for a reason, you know, that the fucking guy in the radar, that makes any sense.
That's
because
good.
I feel like I fucked myself flying.
Flying over. What is flying over?
So when you see somebody get crazy, something, most of it's good. But also like myself. So it's interesting thing. It's really hard to explain. I wonder if you explain it being probably similar with what we charge. This was the free version.
The frame. I'm dead.
See somebody get
The free version. No, that makes a lot of sense. I understand it now.
If that makes any sense.
It does make sense, yeah. I don't know what flyover means. What is flyover? Other than that, everything else made sense. Yeah, like I heard that was how the K-pop idol contracts are for like new jeans. So that's why all the girls are going back to the label, because it's a lot more complicated than it's just a lot more complicated than it seems. Like right now Daniela is in a custody, like she's in a not custody battle, she's in a dispute because they had a contract. Now she owes 33 million to Hybe, and Hybe is like a multi-million-dollar company. Hybe is what built BTS. Hybe is what built the Seraphim, Cat's Eye. So these like label contracts are not easy to get out of. So I'm assuming that they have like a lot of money that they owe if they try to get out of it. Yeah. Oh, another voice message we got.
I'm not gonna lie, the worst part of that is I shouldn't laugh because
Why are you laughing?
serious shit, but the worst part of that is that it's explaining exactly how this works. It's fucking Jared Leto. So hopefully it's not so you just based off of
What is Jared? Who's Jared Leto? It's Raider. Yes. W educating the youth. There's a guy on YouTube that explains it. Jared Leto. Come on. Let me find him. I will find the video. Jared Leto BBC documentary? What? Hollywood Dark Secret? Cult leader? What? I did not know who Jared Leto was. Before, I mean, I've seen him, I think. Thank you, Harrison, for the roses. I will have to watch his documentary later. Hello, Deepos. How's it going? Well, that's really good information to know. Thank you for sharing. Yes. That's why, like, maybe joining... oh, that's also why I think the K-pop idol labels, they purposefully pick, like, younger girls. Because they probably know that I would be skeptical about the contract, like, knowing my age. So maybe, like, it's not about... Sometimes I think it's not about me. And sometimes I think, like, these K-pop idol labels they purposefully target young and dumb. But, like, I feel like I look young and dumb, so, like, what are they judging my age for? Come on. Surely my brain is not that. I just have to act dumb. No, I think they know, though, because I'm 24. So maybe they know that I'm more aware of this. Or, but I don't know if that's the reason
You
why.
listen to DM.
But I don't think, but I also think, like, it could just be I'm not ready yet. I haven't practiced enough, but maybe it's not worth it, right? Okay. Part 2.
You're looking up other facts about Jared Leto. It's finding it. You can't just look up Jared Leto.
He's a cult leader.
Situation. Been knowing about the Jared Leto situation. We don't talk about
What is he? What is he?
it. He got one song.
Yeah, one song.
Jared Leto, man, 30 seconds before still does have this season in jail. 30 years of life. Like, we'll see that's the stable stuff.
Not if the girl is above 18, though. Because the girl that passed in front of me, she was 19. Yeah, that makes sense.
The thing doesn't have to do with like grooming and stuff. Jared Leto was doing that on the side. And labels are smart. So if you look at Jared Leto explains label deals, that's out there. Just Jared Leto, bro. Find all this creepy shit.
What did he do? He had a Hollywood cult? Okay, Jared Leto teaches...
Typical record deal is structured something like this. The record label gives in advance, say $250,000 to the artist to record an album. The artist then records the album. Suppose that the album sells 500,000 copies at $10 each, yielding $5 million. The record label then takes their cut out of the $5 million, typically 85% of the total sales, leaving the artist with $750,000. But before the artist receives any payments, the label first deducts the advance.
Oh.
In addition, the record label recoups other costs such as recording costs, half the promotion costs, half the video costs, and tour support. This leaves the artist $425,000 in debt to the record label. And then this debt gets carried on to the next album, and the next album.
I don't know if most people have seen long-form contracts. They're insane, and there's all these little things thrown in. It's kind of like legislature for a government. They put up this big issue, but underneath that issue, there's like...
So Dad, tell me about audition.
That's crazy. Why do they put them in debt? Dang. Record labels are killing music. True that. That's too much. People think I got in. 'Cause
Damn.
Okay, 1 second. I'm posting a story because people think that I passed because I posted a picture like with the Mnet like label, but it's just a picture.
Hello?
You're the high bear. Oh, another one. Oh, I can't hear.
Yeah, to,
Wait. Let me restart it.
yo, I hate to be this guy because this is reacting to record labels are killing music comment. I guarantee that person can't show me one artist that they listen to, and they can personally DM me if they can find one artist that's on a playlist or a song they listen to. They have, let's just say, 10 minutes of screenshot. You can find me one independent artist. I'll literally require $5,000. It's Monday, tomorrow, so tomorrow they can show me one independent artist that didn't take a dime. Allow them to do research on them. I'll submit proof. They can get $5,000. So that's whoever said record labels are killing music.
Deepos, you have 10 minutes.
Most independent artists don't have regular shine. Or most artists aren't independent. You normally say they are. Surprise, surprise.
Deepos, you have 10 minutes. Is Deepos still here? He said, so the artists get money when they sign their deal, but have to pay back the amount and even more on top of that. Yeah, because the label puts in a lot of money. Those record deals are scams then at that point. Wait, Deepos, you have 10 minutes. I think he left. Wait, Deepos, are you still here? Somebody tell Deepos that he has 10 minutes. You 10 minutes? I think he left because I was AFK for a moment. You're gonna get $5,000 if you DM him a. Wait, you said a DM a screenshot him an independent artist. What were the rules? Oh, I think he's not
That
here.
he listens to.
That he listens to. Okay. An independent artist that you listen to and send a screenshot to reverse pathogen. He's on Twitch. I think Deepos left. Deepos had an opportunity at $5,000 and he left. I don't know. I can't think of an independent artist. Let me think. Yeah, independent artists are hard to find. Okay, the next message.
So, record labels control music. They control music since fucking Elvis, bro. It's what it is.
Sorry.
It's that's why it's like it's okay being an independent artist and you can make your way that way, but
It's gonna
just
be
really,
harder.
You know, if you're not part of the machine, the machine will beat you till you are. You're looking for you one way or another. I know if it's I can beat down all the time on the machine, it's not really big deal.
Beating down the
I'm just kind of
machine.
used to it. But it's still working parts that are part of the machine, so you know,
Collaborations are good.
as in, like, you don't work for them outright shit stuff because you know shit, something's got to pay for these guitars and stuff, you know.
Yeah. That makes sense. So, like, collaborations with artists are really important. Songwriting for artists is good. That's true. That's why this girl from Kiss of Life, she does songwriting for other K-pop like groups and stuff. I think T-pop's my glass is still crooked.
I write for TV and movies and other artists.
Wow. How did you get into that? Journalism? No, not journalism. No, that wouldn't be journalism. That would be like just experience, right? Do you think that's why most, but yeah, that's harder. It's harder to be independent, right? Because then you can't, that makes sense. I've been playing guitar for 22 years, piano for 17 years. Wow. A long time. I really want to learn piano. Piano is such a good skill. Or like, and guitar. I want to learn guitar too. I thought about taking piano classes. I want to learn how to play piano and I want to learn how to play guitar. Dang, so basically your entire life so far. 22? Hey. How long is that? Like, when did you first start? 5 years old or something? Or 6? 7? I'm cringing. This game is terrifying. No, it's not. This game is not scary. It's a cozy horror game. I'm really tired right now, guys. But I'm trying to stay strong. Because I'm supposed to be streaming. What is this place? Have I been here? Oh my god, jump scare. What the heck? What did I just grab? Oh! I knew it. How did I die? I think deeply is AFK. Oh my god, I cost him $5,000. I made AFK for like 1 second. I forgot what I was looking at. This reminds me of Silent Hill F. So do you think it's more worth it to be independent, but obviously you don't get, like, you could still make money obviously, but yeah, you gotta collaborate with artists. Where do I go? Everything's crazy right now. Dang, I did not know that. But, yeah, music seems like such a good thing to get into. That's why I've been dancing for such a long time. Oh my god. Oh my god, my Duolingo. What if I didn't grow up learning music? Do you think I still have time? I still have time. Oh, another voice message we got. Oh, pause. Pause.
TV and movie thing, they just send out to like people that they know and or
Oh.
so they can send out for like movies and TVs. So I get that from a musical director. Cast stuff for TV or like movies, and then they say how much it's paying. So if you get the opportunity, you get paid X amount, and
Oh,
the
wow.
license is usually like a yearly license. So you get money every year for that license. So it's not. That's what I do a lot of. Just like side and writing for other artists as well. Etc. So it's normal stuff. Producing things like that.
I can hear myself in the back.
Necessarily making much money, you feel me?
Yeah, that makes sense. Well, but I mean, if you're gonna be independent, I don't know how that works, but
Being independent, they'll kind of make it hard to just because you need a label waiver. So you generally speaking, some management and the label to both sign off on that song coming out. So it's really hard, and they don't just clear songs for everybody. So it has to be mutually beneficial. Even if somebody pays to have the song done, so that's not really the best route. I mean, it sometimes works, but it's usually like somebody already has a lot of like built up. So I wouldn't recommend doing independent music unless you can do it for cheap, as in like producing everything, writing everything, playing the instruments, mixing, mastering, marketing, all that kind of stuff you need to toes into. So I think like that stuff is really hard for everybody. That's why I see a lot of artists give up after a little while, It's just they can't make it.
dang, they give up.
Being independent, though,
Okay, I would listen to this one too. Yeah, that makes sense because they have to do everything by themselves. Understand now. Well, good knowledge. It does sound discouraging, but I feel like, you know what it reminds me of though? Like, it reminds me of like this guy he was talking about. It sounds silly, but he talked about how like in order to be the top 2% of people, you have to do uncomfortable things that the top 2% of people are doing. So like things like instead of taking the escalator, taking the stairs. Nobody wants to take the stairs, and majority of people are not going to take the stairs. Sometimes in the long run, it'll pay off to take the stairs. Because only 2% do it. So while it does sound discouraging, I guess in some ways, maybe it pays off in the long run because, I mean, at least for me, I mean, I've run my entire streaming stuff on my own. I'm basically like my own manager, my own marketer. What else? Producer, tech support. So like, I mean, I pretty much do everything for streaming and content creation by itself. But it can get overwhelming. I mean, you can build a team too. That's the thing. I've seen like some content creators do is they build a team of like people that they trust. But at the end of the day, yeah, finding like management or finding people like that are gonna want to work as hard or like just like a lot of people just kind of want money. But you gotta find people that are actually like wanna be a part of the project and believe in it. Hard to find, because I mean it's good that people care about themselves. I understand. But yeah, I think that's what makes it hard to find the right management, because a lot of them, all they really care about is money at the end of the day. But there are some good people, I feel like,
Hello?
that like genuinely want to work
Is anyone there?
because they enjoy what they do, rather than like, it's hard to find, I guess, right? Like, I've hired editors before because, oh, I'm also my own editor. Which is something I'm still learning how to do. But I've been doing it. Oh my god. Oh my god. Get over here. Die. We got the keys. This game is called Silent Hill 2.
These clothes.
I think I really hated weather parts in the game. The storm part and the raining and the dark. But I just feel like the reason why I would want to like join a label is because I have a huge family. So if I were to join a label, I've seen how like there's this girl, her name is Laura. She has a sister that also is like a performer as well. And her sister basically gets to benefit from her success. Even though obviously maybe she's in debt right now, her sister basically gets to reap the success. Even though she's not a part of the contract. Because she inherits her name. And so people obviously,
Check
through
DM.
connections, they can benefit. So I feel like in the end, even though the girl who mainly is taking on probably the like record label debt, even though maybe she is taking on debt for her family, she's still doing something that's bringing her family generational wealth in a way. So I don't know, I feel like sometimes it's worth it, but at the same time, maybe for your own well-being and for your own, like, wanting to do what you want to do and not be controlled by a label is, like, probably a good thing, right?
Put it this way, you can get a lot of money streams and off of music.
You think
For
so?
every million streams you get on Spotify, if you're getting Spotify, so you can afford 6,000 on Amazon, 6,500, change it to 6,500. So you plenty on song for song you can send. So it's not bad. That's a fun it's already selling merch stuff. Literally, it's for live stream. Shit.
No way.
Just gonna so he's just a smart
Yeah, that's true. That you have a point.
So to be honest, I thought certain music like it just is what I know it sounds like some weird shit. It's really not. It's just everyone just kind of lads
Because it makes them seem cool.
Okay. Shit, I had like
500 guitars. 500 plus guitars.
so
For her.
many shit I love.
Is there any can I ask you a question? How many guitars are enough guitars? Would you want an infinite amount of guitars? Or would you never be satisfied? I feel like... I think what I like a lot about dance is like... I like seeing people do stuff that makes them passionate. A few thousand, okay. That's interesting. That's why, like, I think... Yeah, I feel like everybody puts on a front of, like, how much they actually make, for sure. Or at least they don't share. But, yeah. Or people just assume, too. Keith Richard has 3,000, but he's been the most successful touring band ever. I see. Do you think having more than 1,000 guitars will mean that you have success? I feel like if I had 2 guitars, I feel like I'd be pretty happy. Because at least I have one for one thing, and then I have
don't
one
care
for...
about success. I want the guitars.
Oh. So what's it about the guitars that is amazing? Just being able to try them out or something? Like the experience? I think for me, I think I could compare it to dance. I like to dance, and I like seeing other dancers that are very passionate about dance, and I love how it gets people excited when you do well in a dance. Like, I literally had a dream, and this is crazy. I had a dream where I performed in front of a... I did a K-pop idol audition, and I performed the song Blood, Sweat, and Tears by BTS, and I had this dream verbatim, and I did it so good in my dream that I passed the audition. And so ever since I had that dream, I was like, I need to do that in real life. It was literally a dream. It wasn't even like, oh, like, you know, when people are saying, oh, that's my dream. No, I literally dreamed it, and I will always remember that dream because I performed it so well. Because BTS is one of my biggest inspirations, so. But obviously, you know, they're a boy band, so it's a little different. I always thought bands were really cool though, because you make friends for life. And that just seems like such a cool thing to have. Like, what a cool thing to have. You just have built-in best friends. I mean, I also have my siblings. They're technically my built-in best friends. We should all form a band. They all sound different, infinite possibilities. I love making songs even for other people. Ah. Makes sense. Okay. Yeah, and I literally had a dream. I had a dream about it. And they played this song today. They played my song, but they didn't play the part where I know it, so I was kind of annoyed. But it's okay. I still danced my heart away like it was an audition. But it was just they did random play dance, which is they play a random song. They play a song and they give a countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then they play the song. Uh-oh, what's over here? They play the song and then you have to go out and then perform the dance if you know it. And so it's like a random. And you basically test your muscle memory on whichever dance.
Hey! Wait!
You can tell when people are really passionate, they know a lot of the dances, and it's really cool and memorable. Like, there's one girl in particular, she knew every single dance they played back to back.
What's a kid doing here?
It was crazy. I was just like, how can a girl know all these dances? Like, that's crazy. Like, that's how you know they're just super passionate about it, because Even at the, like, being challenged in a way where everything's random. Like, even if she's not with, like, a label or anything, she's an idol at heart. And you can see it through her talent, so even though maybe she's not with a label, you can just see it. She kicked the key. You deadass? Yeah. But anyway. Yeah, I think that's why. Oh, there we go. But yeah, I'm really tired. Yeah, maybe I could put... That's why I've been going to dance class, because I've been using the money that I make from streaming and into my dancing. Sorry, stream. I know I should be buying the new GTA instead. But then you catch me at dance class. But dance is good. Like, it's a good workout. And I'm almost, like, I'm gonna be able to do the splits. I think I just need to keep, like, they have a certain stretch that you do, you just keep learning how to do. It's pretty cool. So, yeah. Oh, there's the key. I got it. I'm actually progressing in this game. What's in here? Oh, look, a guitar. I mean, either way, I had a fun time, but I just keep getting angry because when I was driving on my way, I felt like cars kept, like, hovering near me. I just get irritated driving around other people because people drive like they're hovering near you. I don't like that. I don't know, maybe I'm just like... I think I was just anxious because whenever I drive, I get anxiety. But it felt like these random cars were like hovering me. I don't know why. I don't know how to drive in LA as well. Oh, and the LA roads are so complicated. There was like a freeway that I had to go into that splits into lanes that go like this. So one exit here and exit, and it was so quick. And then as you would exit, there would be another one that was separating, and there would be another two that you have to choose between. And it was just like, this is a street made like by somebody who did not think about how driving takes some time to process things. And what if like you got distracted, you're gonna miss your exit, you know? Like, why would they do that? And then it was like two in a row. It was like two in a row where you had to get split, and then another one that was like split like this. And then they also separate the highway into 3 lanes, like one to the 10, one to the 5, one to the whatever, 91 or whatever. And then it's like 3 roads, and if you're not in the specific lane, you're gonna miss your exit. You're gonna miss your route. And then on the right and towards the end, while there's the 3 lanes that you have to think about going into, which one you're gonna choose, there's a street exit that says only, like, Night Moon Avenue only. And it's like, oh my god, there's 4 lanes. I have to pick which one is the right one. This is ridiculous. So, that's the LA roads for you. And that's why last time I was in LA, long time ago, I got a ticket for going in a one-way. Good night, Angelo. Oh my god. Oh my god. But anyway, I'm really tired, guys. I think I should go to bed now. I'll play more Silent Hill F tomorrow. How do I save my game? I'm gonna go save my game.
Me explaining stuff out everyone to sleep.
No, I'm just tired because I had a long day. I've been up since 6 a.m. Oh my god. Golden apple hand. I know, I've been up since 5:30. And then I was walking around a lot today at KCON. I wonder how many steps I got in today. Let me check my health app. My feet hurt from like standing so much. Oh my god. I got 10,000 steps yesterday and 7,000 steps today. That's crazy. I don't drink. I don't drink because I usually drive everywhere. If you go back to the stairwell where the office is at, you can probably save your game. Oh yeah, this is the one. Okay, GG's everyone. We'll play more tomorrow. Very much dope and very much filled with so much fun and bits of excitement. What are you saying? That's a ChatGPT message. Alright, what are you saying? I'm just really tired right now. You're meowing? Oh my. Oh my god. Oh my god. She's so cute. She's so cute. She's so cute. Okay, good night, everyone. I'm gonna go to bed now. So do you think so do you guys think I should be an independent artist instead? There's this girl who she is she's an idol. But she doesn't do but she doesn't have management. She just works for herself and she gets brand deals on Instagram and stuff like that. Oh my god, can I talk about something though? Can I vent real quick? When I was at the random playdance, guys, I kid you not, people are so rude. And they're shoving me and they were like pushing me and I was on my last. There's this one girl too that she was standing right in front of me and she's wearing a ponytail and she kept going like, and she would literally flick her ponytail in my face. And I was about to crash out. I was standing at the left corner. She goes and runs into the middle because you know how random play dances are, right? They play your song and then if it is a song you know, you go up to the front. No excuse me or nothing. This girl full on, she like puts her hand right on my shoulder, shoves me out of the way, and she runs forward. I was just like in shock. I was just like, what the hell is wrong with these people? It made me never want to go to a random play dance ever again. Because I can't stand people that go to a random play dance just to like shove other people out of the way. Like, it was also just such a tiny space that it felt like not everyone was able to get space to like go to the stage and dance. So that's probably why she shoved me. But like out of all the people she was next to, she didn't shove the people next to her. It was just me. I was like, what is her issue? And then flicking her ponytail on my face. Girl hated me. Like, some girls are so like weird. Like they fucking pissed me off. And I just wanted to talk about it because there were so many people at that event that kept shoving and pushing and just like so and it makes me never want to go to a convention again because people are just so immature and they don't know how to say excuse me, they don't know how to communicate anything. At least there's other times where people had tried to get around me and they were like, excuse me, and then I would move instead of them having to push me. You know? Anyway, I'm gonna go to bed now. Yeah, I should have kicked her. True, I should have kicked her. Just kidding, no. No, I'm not gonna kick her. Can't fight fire with fire. We gotta play Silent Hill F again, though, guys. We finished Silent Hill 2, and then we'll play Silent Hill F, okay? I just ignored it because I was like, okay, whatever. Like, this girl's just weird. She was just being weird, and like, it was just so crowded and just such a small place for us to dance. And so, even like, oh my god, during the random play dance, like, she also like there was people that just kept hitting each other because there was just no space to dance. So hitting each other while they dance. But there was another space that they did it in a bigger area, and that was a lot better. We need to do it in bigger areas. But yeah, like they need to do it in a bigger area. Anyway, chat, I'm gonna keep auditioning. And then once I feel confident in my vocals and potentially rap, I will come out with covers in the future. But I think right now what my main focus is I wanna come out with like vlogs. So I kinda wanna be a YouTuber. This year is my YouTuber era. But like, who knows, maybe I'll make a channel where I post covers and I post. But the thing is, those videos don't get monetized. And in fact, those videos can sometimes get demonetized because of the copyright. So that's why covers can always be kind of bad unless you like find an instrumental version of the song that doesn't utilize the actual music. If that makes sense. I think the most fun I had, though, was I went to a Kuromi concert. And nobody was watching her perform. And I felt kind of bad for her, even though she's just pixels, but I felt kind of bad for her. And I watched the Kuromi concert was so cute. And I think it was made by a human because the artist was just really good, like, who's singing. But I think I can post, like, dance covers on TikTok without getting demonetized, so I'll just do that. Like, short covers. But maybe not on YouTube. Maybe we'll save YouTube for just, like, original content. But shorts, they can only be posted to TikTok, like, copyright free. So maybe we'll do that in the future. Okay guys, I'm gonna get some rest. I'm gonna get some rest, guys, but thank you for joining me. I know, I really want to try to get a different ending for Silent Hill F, but I don't know how. We'll have to watch guide. We'll have to watch a guide, because I don't know how we got, like, whatever, but anyway, join the Discord, drop a follow if you're new here, turn on post notifications. I will be back tomorrow with, like, a longer stream since I don't have school tomorrow. Oh, but I do start my online classes, I think. Oh! I need to visit my school tomorrow because I need to figure out what my classes are and like what time everything is. Let me figure out what time my classes are because I think I start online classes tomorrow. But I don't know what time. visit the cannabis.
Okay, well, good night, guys. Bye.